Hey everybody, it's Coma Cyclist here. I'm going to shoot a real quick video. Sorry for the clickbaity title, but I think it's actually a pretty valid point. We ride in the winter quite a bit, outdoors, and in the Northwest. It's wet all the time, even when it's sunny outside. It's wet. We call it the Pacific Northwest, not the Pacific Northwest. And all that wet causes things to stick to your tires. If you want to ride outdoors in the winter, in the wet, you're going to get a lot of flat tires. And you'll see here, these tires are not winter training tires. These are the Vittoria Corsa Controls, so they do have a little bit extra traction, a little extra protection, but the Boogeyman does not run on controls. He just runs on the regular Corsa G+, which are 320 TPI. In other words, I mean, I wouldn't call them fragile tires, supple for sure, but they're not great at puncture protection. And that, on top of that, I'm running latex tubes, also not great at puncture protection. But we don't have a lot of flats. Now there are times when I have a lot of flats, and I think, to be honest with you, flats come down to luck. People talk about how great their tires are. Honestly, I've had the best flat protection tires and got flats on them immediately. I've had tires like this that people say, oh, they flat every 2 minutes. And I've run them for 5,000 miles and never had a single flat. So you be the judge. Here's how you can avoid getting a lot of excess flats. These aren't going to protect you against the large, giant shards of glass that are in the middle of the road. There's just nothing you can do about those. But if you've ever been riding along and all of a sudden you're like, why do I have a flat? I didn't hit anything. And then you go and fix your tire and you find that little tiny piece of flint or glass or whatever, I guarantee you pick that up on the ride before, not on the ride that you're doing right now. So here's how you can protect yourself from that. This won't cover you 100%, but it will probably, maybe get 90% of your flats covered so you don't have them. What I like to do is find the stem. I start here at the stem. Usually I use a rag, but paper towel will work just fine. I just didn't have one readily available. And I run the rag across here and I look for anything that's going to stick out. Now I've got two other tools here. You don't need both. One or the other works fine. This is just a regular pick, sharp tip. I bought this in a set, comes with like 5 of these different shapes and all that, or just a regular flathead screwdriver that's kind of small. Because what you're going to do is you're going to look for any of that crap. Flints, you can, if you use your finger, be careful. If there's glass, you can slice your finger open pretty good. So I do 2 things. I do a visual pass, and after I run this across it, I feel for stuff. Is my towel grabbing on anything? And if there is, like I can see there's some gunk here, I'm just going to get in there. I'm going to pop that out. Sometimes it's a little harder than others, but it will pop out. And here's the thing, when you get those flints and those pieces of glass out of your tire, they can't work their way through the rest of the tread and into the tube, causing you that moment on the side of the road where you're cussing and slamming things around and you have to replace your tube. So you want to avoid most of your flats, not all of them, but most of your flats. Spend 3 minutes, grab a towel, grab a pick, get some good light, and find out where all that stuff is. Again, you start at the stem, you end at the stem, you know where you've been. Flat tires in the rear are really, really common. It's because you got a lot of weight coming down on that, and if there's any small thing that's there, it's going to get picked up. It's going to go right through the back tire. So next, I'll check the back tire, but I don't need to film that. You get the idea. Start at the stem, work your way around, use a towel, find anything, use a pick. If you don't have a pick, use a small screwdriver, and you're good to go. If you want to, feel free to donate all the extra money that you would have saved on those tubes. Just send it over to me. That'd be great. Actually, in reality, why don't you donate it to your local cycling league, especially for support of juniors? That'd be a great idea. All right, thanks for this short video. I will have more stuff coming up soon. See you guys later.